Right, so welcome to the location identifier, which is module 2 out of the next profitable location blueprint. And we had a bit of a broad overview of when you look for a location, what are the things that you need to sort of be looking out for. Now we're going to make it a bit more practical and get a bit deeper into the details. Kevin, anything that you want to share a bit further on the location identifier?
Yeah, for sure. This is probably a real crucial part of the process. All steps are important, but we touched on a little bit. Sometimes people see a really good facility or what they perceive to be a good facility, but it's not in a really good area. It's too far away from the main area, especially if you're going to a town where you haven't got any identification yet. So you need to be in a really good area. First of all, before I even look about getting the actual school set up and the facility, I need to identify the location, the suburb or the town where we're going to go. So some of the stuff I do, and, this is just, what I do. I go to the suburb or the town where I'm going to set up the next location. I go for a walk around. I have a meal there, might have lunch, and just sort of walk around shopping centres and drive around the industrial areas and just have a bit of a look what's happening in that town. So if it's a rural town, is it, agribusiness centre, or is it a mining town, or is it a tree change town where everyone likes to move and live, or is it is a suburb has any industry there at all, or is it just a residential area? So, just to get a bit of a vibe, what's there, how many people are around, and go there also when you would have class time. So go and have a look around just to get a vibe for the place. And is it a community-based town, where they get behind their sporting teams? And you can tell by signage, read their local newspaper or their local online community groups. Just get a feel for the area. If they get right behind you, it's really beneficial. So is it a tired place? Is it just everything looks tired, or is it vibrant? Is there new businesses? Is there a long-term established businesses that look good, like set up? Like you can go to a small rural town and it's bubbling. You go to the next one and you look like, it's really a sad place. It does make a difference in your decision making. And most importantly, look for venues which will be closer to where they live and not where they work. And we talked about that a little bit earlier. And I mean, a lot of this is self-evident and you think, oh yeah, you probably think of that automatically, but if you have it written down and you follow the steps, you're really qualifying out what you're going to do. So, you might have a great location that's in an industrial area, but right next door is a trucking company that operates 24 hours a day. Are they going to run over one of your kids? There's stuff we'll delve into that a little bit further. And then you need to, just go to the place where you're going to have it and you'll see for yourself. And I've done this a number of times, and even on suggestion of the local guy or girl who's going to set up one of our licensed locations, they said, oh, it's a really good place. And you've got to be, you've got to be a little bit critical. You've got to say, well, what about this and what about that? And often they go, oh, that makes sense. Well, yeah, that's going to be hard for a mum to bring her kids up 7 flights of stairs to get to your location, or, gee, yeah, there's no parking, or that suburb's not that good after all, but hey, this next suburb over is really good. So, so it's get a vibe for the place.